man, look who we have here. Michael Sterling.
What's going on? What's going on?
Eden is Paradise. H-Town, man. We about to talk about the Harvey movie. I'm talking about magazines, right?
We're talking about everything.
Man, I'm talking about like a lot of people talking about it. So we're gonna get into all of this, but before we do, I want to talk humble beginnings. Cause you were in my house like what 18 years ago. We were talking about what camera equipment we were gonna use, man. And to have this moment right now with you is kind of surreal. Where did you start from? Where did you find the love of directing? Where did that come from?
Man, that came from, I had got a hold to some cameras, was taking pictures, and I shot a video for somebody.
Yeah.
And they liked it, but then, you know, I was out playing with the camera one night, and we did like a little short film, and a lot of people liked it. So after that, I started getting into it. I reached out to some of my people in California, like actors and stuff like that, let them know my ideas, and moved on it. And here I am making movies now, 6 movies later.
Man, yeah, and then been making a lot of noise, man. What's some of the actors that you've actually worked with?
I worked with DeAndre Bones, Cherry Johnson, Omar Gooding, Samuel Monroe Jr. I know I'm leaving some people out, but you know.
You've been networking.
Yeah, I've been networking.
You've been networking.
I've been networking.
For sure, for sure. So, okay, you got a hold of camera, found out you had a talent. After that, what happened?
After I found out I had the talent, I started pushing with it. Got into writing more, perfecting my craft, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna claim to know it all, because once I know it all, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
So I'm learning more about different cameras, different editing, and different other people's styles of shooting and directing and stuff like that, and just really taking it to the next level. So I'm gonna continue to keep climbing with that, throwing my own shows, getting more into the business side of it.
Definitely, definitely. So that's what's up. Okay, so some of the people you work with. About to get into Harvey, one last question. Other than Harvey, what's your favorite movie to date? Like if they had to check out one Michael Sterling movie, what would you tell the people to check out first?
Be honest with you, my first movie was Behind the Pole, but I'm gonna say Harvey because this is on another level. Like this movie really, really touched people. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that that Behind the Pole didn't touch people, but Harvey really touched people because I had a lot of people that really experienced that, play their role, play their self. So this movie really touched a lot of people from what I've seen and what I hear. It's
a different crowd too. You definitely attract a different crowd.
It's definitely a different crowd. Like it's not a funny movie, it's not a happy movie, nothing like that. It's just straight reality, but not a reality show. But it's like it's reality. It's really happening. You know?
In 2018, I think we need a lot of that. Okay, so tell us who you have next to you, this lovely lady. She's a part of the cast in Harvey.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Okay.
Hey y'all, thank you for having me. My name is Eden James, and I play the supporting lead role of Kendra.
Okay, and what does Miss Kendra do in the movie?
So, the role I play, I am a teacher, I'm a mother, and also a wife. I'm the supporting lead actress to my co-star, Antron Harris. He plays the role of Cedric. So in a nutshell, without giving out too much, we relocated to Houston from Louisiana.
Okay, that sounds good.
So you'll find out a little bit more of that critical piece when y'all watch the movie on November 29th.
Okay, and let's get into that. So when is are we calling it a premiere?
Yep, it's the official grand premiere. It's also a toy and blanket drive.
Okay, so where can the people find the tickets at?
Eventbrite.
Okay.
Make sure y'all tune in to Harvey Movie Premiere Eventbrite. The date is November 29th. The red carpet will be commencing at 6 p.m.
Okay, so now we're about to talk about why they have to. It's a must that they come to this movie premiere. Let's take it back to Michael Sterling real quick. So that's one of the characters. Can you give us a couple of the other characters, main lead characters in the movie?
The main lead character is April Grant. The story is about 4 people being trapped in an apartment, and all these different issues are coming up because, you know, it's different walks of life or whatnot. The reason why I think people should watch this movie, because if you notice with Harvey, Harvey made people come together. It didn't matter race, background, nothing like that. Kara, she's one of the actors in the movie. Antron Harris, one of the actors in the movies. You can see these people in other movies and stage plays and whatnot, but I really think they brought it out in this movie because this is something they really, really wanted to do. So a lot of them want to be a part of this, and some of them people got cast for this movie while I was writing. So I wrote this movie during the storm, and by me writing it during the storm, I was talking to them on the phone. They was calling me, checking up on me, and they didn't even know I was already casting them for the part.
Wow. Yeah. That's what's up. So can we look, is it more like a documentary or is there actual acting in the movie?
It's acting.
Okay.
These are actors. These are Houston actors. This is straight acting.
Okay, but it's reality. It's gonna make you, it's gonna bring you to Harvey if they were not in it.
Yeah. We actually did like a little red carpet event, and a couple people pulled me to the side and said they felt like they was in the storm. Like it had a feeling, you know, it brought back memories, even like some of the cars being in the water. But I ain't gonna talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before we get too much, because I keep saying this, but I want to preface and give the people the whole, you know what I'm saying, the feel of everything. Where were you when the storm hit?
So I actually was in Austin doing another movie, and some of my actors that got displaced because some of them went back to check on their belongings or whatnot, and they went back like during the storm, and then ended up getting trapped. And so I had to push the movie that I was shooting in Austin. I had to push it back. And then when I seen that it started going into months and months, I was like, forget it. Next thing you know, I started shooting this one, and I still got to go back and finish that movie. And I only got like 2 days of shooting left, but that was the effect Harvey had. Some of them still. So
you dropped the movie to film this movie. That's how important you thought it was.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Eden, where were you when Harvey hit?
Where was I? So I'm kind of like, I paid attention to a lot of the different things. So I actually was with my family at that moment. Just
in Houston or outside the city? Okay.
In Houston for sure, but I was actually supposed to be in Las Vegas at that fight that happened that same weekend. So if people are like, oh, is it a documentary? What is it like? Like, how is it? It's definitely not a documentary. If you can imagine, it's almost like reenacting exactly how it happened, just with fictional characters. Okay. So the name of the apartment complex that it revolves around is Desmond's Place, in which the lead characters, who are April Grant, Antron Harris, Kara Cochran, and Tabitha Grant, they all end up sitting there, and their significant others or whatever they're going through are not in the city of Houston or in their dwelling at that time. Okay. So everyone can relate to that, because at that moment it was like not everybody was all at home. We had some people that were at work, some people who went to to Las Vegas. We had other people who were in the car driving, depending on what side of Houston they were. It was like, well, we can't get through because it's flooded already, you know? Yeah. So it really just depends on what area you're at. But if you're not from Houston, you'll definitely be able to feel and live through what a Houstonian was going through at that time. Emotion for emotion, thought for thought. Even throughout the evacuation scenes, what makes this movie unique in my view and my vision is that we actually used, our extras were not extras like actors. The extras were actually citizens of Houston.
That were in the storm.
Who were in the storm, who were affected by it, who were displaced. The shelters that we did use were actual evacuation centers or relocation centers, or just stopping points to house until they were transported to a larger evacuation center. So that's what I feel like adds a lot of the realness to it, because you can't simulate those type of emotions and having to go through losing everything. I mean, in actuality, some people lost everything that they really had, you know what I mean? So it's really just that hope that everyone bonded together. And then we have like some scenes that kind of show you like what was going on at some evacuation centers during the storm that a lot of us might have not known about. Yeah. So we shed some light on that, and it's just really bringing everybody together, all aspects, from the government to the city to just on the local aspect. It's really a touching film, and I feel like I gave my most heartfelt delivery, so hopefully y'all feel the same too.
Okay. I mean, we're so glad a Houston director shot this and somebody outside the city didn't come and cover our own story. So back to Michael Sterling. with you, it's so much to talk about, but let's talk about some of the accolades before we even get into the movie again. We're gonna get into this movie, and you're gonna tell us as much as you can, but what's some of the magazines, some of the politicians, like, what's some of the accolades you've got for filming this movie?
I got a couple of awards. Like I started getting awards right when I started writing the movie.
Wow.
And you know what I'm saying? Like right when I posted that I was writing this movie, doing this movie, I think I got like an award like a month after that. So
crazy.
Yeah. So a lot of people have been really supporting and they just really want to get behind it, make sure this thing is told right and whatnot. That's what we doing. I got Sheila Jackson Lee. She's in the movie.
For sure.
I got an award from her. The mayor's in the movie. I got an award from him. We're in Forbes magazine. We are
Man. Forbes? You said the Forbes. Hold on a second. You said the Forbes magazine. Did you just say that?
Yeah, we in Forbes magazine.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
We in a couple different magazines. Like I say, we're in the Houston Chronicle. We was trending on the news on Fox, ABC.
And this is all before you even did the premiere. This guy behind you just to do it.
We was probably only 3 months into the project.
Wow.
So, man, that's good. Like, what movie get that kind of press? You know what I'm saying? So, just like we doing this interview with you.
Man, that's what's up. And you're also nominated for Director of the Year in the Broadcast Houston Awards, November 11, 2018. So,
you know
congratulations on that, because the city votes on that. You know what I mean?
Man, the city votes on that. Somebody told me that I might be one of the nominees for NAACP.
Wow. That's big. So just all this before you even put it out, so a lot of people are behind you. Okay, so as promised, we are going to get into this movie a little bit, as much as you can. Let me see some of the questions I can actually ask. First of all, when you were writing it, let's take it back to Harvey. You say you're in the middle of the storm. You're in the storm writing this. What direction did you want to take from it? What did you want the future watchers at that time to take from the movie while you were writing it?
To be more educated on the storms, what to do during the storms, and what really go on during the storms. You know, I might have left out some stuff like people be barbecuing, trying to hear them cook their meat before it go bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's a few little things I know I left out, but more survival type stuff. You're really kind of on your own. You know, it's not like nobody leaving you to rock, but like, you know, you got, I don't know, a city of 5 million people. You might only have, let's just say 30,000 people that can rescue people. So when you get to dividing those numbers up, you know, you're kind of on your own.
Yeah.
So it's about sticking together, coming together, neighbors helping neighbors. That's what the neighbors helping neighbors at, you know.
Do we have any rescue scenes in there? Like people like on the, y'all got the boats, y'all got the little.
The Cajun Navy is in this
okay.
movie. Yeah, so we got the Cajun Navy in this movie.
Man, shout out to the Cajun Navy.
Yeah, so yeah, we got the airboats. We got the airboats. We got some different boats. We got a lot of boats.
Okay, okay.
Say the movie real wet, bro. It's water all through the movie. So
you went all out with
like
this thing.
Put it like this. We got rescue scenes with the actors rescuing people in the water. I'm not gonna tell you how we did them scenes.
Okay. Hey, look forward to it. And again, because I'm gonna do this periodically through the video. Let them know what day the premiere is and where they can get the tickets.
Okay, so you go to Eventbrite Red Carpet. You go to Eventbrite link, and it's Harvey Red Carpet movie screening, and it's November 29th. The tickets are $20, and man, I look forward to seeing y'all there.
This is an independent film, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, did you have a big budget, somebody to come behind you and?
Yeah, I had a big budget of love.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
From the people around you.
Yeah, I had a big budget.
So that's why they need to go and pay this $20 and support the realness. You know, Broadcast Houston supports the streets, and we right here in the streets. There wasn't no big theatrical thing, man. So y'all definitely get behind it. If they want to have any, do you answer your DMs, or you want to type people that don't answer DMs, or you answer DMs?
I answer my DMs.
Okay, what can they?
On what they saying?
Yeah, so what they say. Yeah. Keep it business. But what can they contact you to have any questions about the tickets or the Harvey movie?
My DM.
But where can they find you? Oh, we gonna both of y'all tell watchers where they can find you.
So yeah, they can hit me on Michael Sterling on Facebook, and they can go to Michael Sterling Films on Instagram. Any I got the links on there, but if they got any ticket questions, I answer. So I send you a link.
Okay, you send your direct link.
I send you a direct.
Will you meet up with them and give them ticket in person and meet them?
No, I'm not meeting up. I don't know who I'm meeting up with.
You got a publicist for that, huh?
They not even meeting up with my publicist.
They ain't gonna do it.
They not meeting up with nobody. No. So that's not happening.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Red carpet, everything. What's something that you think I may not ask? Because we still got like 15 minutes to go. But something that you can give to the people to make them want to come out and watch it.
Something I can give to the people that make them come out and watch it is the ticket information on Eventbrite, November 29th, so I can give them that information and they can come out and watch it.
For sure, for sure. Some of the other characters, I know you're going to be partial because Eden is right here, but who do you think put forth the best theatrical performance in the movie?
Y'all got to come see. Y'all got to come see.
Why is it?
Y'all got to come see because they all did good. You know what I'm saying? They all did good. They all played their part.
Okay.
So I'm going to let y'all kind of figure out.
Okay. You in the movie as well?
I'm in the movie.
Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm acting. I'm acting in the movie. I played the husband to the main character, April Grant. I played Jordan. I'm stuck out of town at the airport. And so I was one of the people that got stuck at the airport that couldn't fly in.
Okay.
Oh, I act too.
You act too.
Yeah,
Michael Sterling, make sure y'all follow him. Where can we follow you, Eden? Where can we follow Eden at?
You guys can follow me on all my social media platforms at Eden IZ Paradise. And if y'all need any other information regarding ticketing or about the red carpet event taking place on November 29th at the River Oaks Theater in the city of Houston, Texas, please make sure y'all email tslumedia@gmail.com.
There we go. Do it again.
tslumedia@gmail.com, and I'll be able to respond to you ASAP regarding ticketing, red carpet time, start finish time, show times, whatever you guys need. If you want media passes, we are going to be sending those out here as well. And if you guys are already on my preferred list, then you guys will get first dibs on those great spots. So if you're not on my preferred list, then you might want to email me ASAP. Subject line media for Harvey movie.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, so we got all that out the way. They know where to find it. They know who to contact. We're going to make sure we get the tickets to you all. Broadcast Houston supports Michael Sterling, so y'all definitely make sure y'all support this film and future films, but this one is a very, very big one.
Yeah.
Michael Sterling, let me go back to him. He is kind of the man of the hour. So we talked about what you want people to take away from it. What did you take away from it personally after filming it and watching? You've seen the whole movie, I assume. What did you take away from it? You say like, wow, you know what I mean? Did anything just hit you?
I'm gonna tell you what hit me when I did the graveyard scene of the actual survivors that was in the movie. Sammy Salvador, who was one of the 6 victims that went down in the van. I think he was the only one that survived. So we had to go to the graveyard and shoot that scene again, which wasn't nothing but like, I think 4 months after they already had buried everyone.
Wow.
So the grave was still fresh.
Emotions were high.
Because that was their first time going back to that grave since the funeral. So that couldn't be scripted. All I can do is just let the camera run, kind of stand back, and couldn't really say nothing. I mean, you can't say, it's nothing you can write for that. So that was a big scene. And then the brother actually had the voice message of when everything was going on that was left on his voicemail. And when he played that on set, everybody just froze. So as if like it was, their relative or something. So that was a big scene. So that's the scene that makes you say, wow. When I was writing this and Sabrina was writing this, we didn't think that we was going to run across that right there. We was writing, but then that's when it got real. When we introduced them in as playing themselves.
So highly emotional, man. It seems like it's a lot. Some of it probably is not acting. Some of it sounds like
some of those scenes are not acting, a little improv, but you know, you can't really reenact something like that.
Yeah.
So
was there any crying on the scene?
You gotta watch it.
I mean, but like behind the scenes, like not in the movie, but like behind the scenes where the people actually get choked up.
I tell you after you watch it. Ask me who was crying behind the scene, and I'll tell you. But you gotta watch it first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all gotta watch this movie too. Okay, so aspirations. Okay, after this premiere here in Houston, and you know people in Cali, New York want to watch it. I mean, are you gonna try to take it outside of Houston? Are you going Redbox? So what's the next step?
That's already being set up. All that's being set up.
Okay.
So the same way I'm getting awards and stuff like that, I got people reach out to me. I don't really like to say nothing about who, because I see a lot of that type stuff being done. So I don't really say nothing. I just let it happen.
What would be the next city if you had to choose?
That'll be on distribution.
Okay.
Let's just keep it like that. Yeah, that'll be on distribution.
He's corporate now, y'all. He got release dates.
That'll be on distribution. That's the main goal. That'll be on distribution. We'll see where they want to put it. Hopefully worldwide.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Let me see Forbes magazine. You're definitely on the way.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Eden, because he can't say too much. So I'm gonna talk to you. She can talk, and I know she's eloquent with the words. She's not gonna give away too much.
Right.
What was your favorite scene?
Ooh, there was a lot of my favorite scenes in the movie. Well, one, I want to start off and say that usually when you think of an independent film, automatically, just by default, you think, oh, this is going to be a B movie. The acting is not going to be of great quality. I know that's just me. Whenever I think independent, I'm like, oh gosh, let's see what this is.
You're going to lack somewhere, right? Because of the budget.
Right. But at the same time, like, with the quality of the cast as well as the crew behind the scenes, it was just remarkable to be a part of such a talented group of people, on screen and off screen. So we'll start with that first. So one of my favorite scenes in the movie was actually, I'm not an emotional person.
Okay.
So as y'all know, without giving away too much, I'm just in how y'all know me and what I do. Like, I'm either real bubbly or very serious and business oriented. So one of the scenes when we started, I got on set, and mind you, I was like rushing. A lot of stuff happened day one of filming, and I was like, as I'm trying to memorize the script as I'm driving on set. I had not memorized anything before that, really. And I pull up and I'm like, Michael, oh my gosh, I forgot to bring a piece of onion and put it in my bra for that crying scene.
Oh my goodness.
And he's like, oh, well, I don't have my crying stick, so I guess you have to figure it out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? But there is one particular scene that was very, very emotional to me, and I really had to get in a zone. And when y'all watch it on November 29th at the River Oaks Theater, make sure y'all get your tickets
on
at
Eventbrite.
Okay, red carpet, HARVEY for November 29th, River Oaks Theater. When you guys see this, I'll just say that it was a flashback, but it really took everything out of me, and for me to really have to focus to a certain place within myself in order to tap into that mind state and that mind frame. So I hope y'all enjoy our performances, myself as well as the rest of the cast, and are able to applaud the rest of the crew that put this together and made it happen. From the co-writers, Sabrina Blanks, producer, and Kim, and Kay as the assistant director, and Mook, who is the assistant producer. So
look at her knowing the whole cast. Like she put them together. How was the selection process, Michael Sterling?
Well, this is how I selected everyone. This is what happened in a nutshell. I had a friend call me from San Antonio, Tasha. Michael, you should do a movie on HARVEY. Cool. I started writing, doing the storm. I started talking to April Grant. We talking. I'm asking her what's going on. She don't even know I'm interviewing her. And I called a couple of other cast members. They don't even know I'm interviewing them right there. And so I'm writing stories. I'm looking at the news. I'm matching everything up. Then I said, okay, bet. Then I called Sabrina, the other co-writer. She bridged some of the gaps, kind of added to the story. Boom. I got back to Houston. We started putting it together. Then that's when I said, okay, now I need to come up with the money. So I didn't feel like waiting on nobody, so I came up with the money myself. After I came up with the money, then I hired Kim. She came on as one of the producers, and she started helping put the team together. And there you go.
Okay.
So I before the movie was even over with, I already had put my DP together, my sound guys together, all that together. Then
You already had a team.
yeah, I was putting them together as I was writing.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know sometimes you get writer's block for about 15, 20 minutes, and I just go jump on something else and go back to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's dope.
So the movie was basically done. 80% of the movie was done before the storm was over with, which the storm lasted for about a week. I was on it like ants, and then Sabrina came. She put hers in. She bridged the gaps, and there go Harvey.
It sounds like this. It just kept going. So I hear a lot of artists that hit songs on the Billboard and everything, and they're like, man, I got in the studio for 20 minutes, I just did it, and it just flowed. Do you feel like this movie was the same way, it just flowed for you?
Yeah, it flowed. It flowed. And I'm creative like that. Once I got my mind locked in on something, I do it. So, I mean, it done been times where I done been writing 2 movies at the same time that I'm getting ready to put out.
Because it's flowing.
Because I be going back and forth because I used to do movies. I mean, I used to do music first. And something I heard John Singleton tell Ice Cube, if you can write a song, you can write a movie.
Okay.
Because you're telling a story. You know what I'm saying? So I can write music. I probably can write 10 songs in no time. So it's the same way with a movie, and I know how it's supposed to be formatted. I know the ins and outs with it. I don't know everything, but I know the ins. I know the basics.
Know your way around that script. Okay.
Right.
So we got 3 minutes left. Up and coming, aspiring writers, directors. Because you're at the, you're not at the pinnacle yet, but I mean, you're well on your way. What type of information or advice would you give them?
Man, practice your craft. If you're a writer, keep writing. Check and see how other writers are doing. Come up with your own style. Man, every time you do something, it's like a new time, man. Don't get discouraged by other people, man. Your time gonna come. It's your time once that pen hit the paper. Now, it's up to you how long you want to keep pushing and going after it. And that's the same thing with directing and everything else, man. Just stay at it. Don't worry about what nobody else is doing. You have a lot of people telling you it's supposed to go like this and go like that. It might have went like that for that project or whatever, but man, you got your own way you do stuff. If I went by it's supposed to go like this and go like that, I would have never shot Harvey because I gotta get certain lighting people, I gotta get certain grip people, you know what I'm saying? So if I would have went through that process, I would have never got Harvey done. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that. Man. That's my advice to them. Do it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So last time, man, where can they find you? Where can they get the tickets to this movie?
So they can get the tickets to the movie on Eventbrite, Harvey movie, red carpet premiere. It's November 29th. You can go in the search box and check that out. Or you can go on my Facebook page, Michael Sterling, and it's gonna be right there. That's all I'm promoting until the 29th.
Okay.
Until the 29th. I'm gonna keep it up there till the 29th. I'm gonna get y'all. Now, that might be the only day you can meet me and get a ticket that same day, but you gotta come early that morning. You gotta come at 9 a.m. Between 9 a.m. and 9:15 a.m.
Just get them online. Just get them online.
And you can get your ticket. You know
early.
What I'm saying? So be on time.
Get them early. And Eden, where can the media and everybody who wants to be a part of this soon-to-be gigantic event contact you, and where can they find you?
You can find me at Eden IZ Paradise. That's spelled just like the Garden of Eden. EDENIZ is in zebra Paradise on all social media platforms. Please make sure press and media email tslumedia@gmail.com. Again, that's tslumedia@gmail.com.
Hey y'all, another exclusive broadcast. Houston brought it to you. Michael Sterling, Eden is Paradise, the Harvey movie. Y'all definitely check it out, man. We wouldn't lie to you. We don't bring you a lot of people, man, but these are 2 people that are really working and they deserve all the accolades they get. Broadcast Houston, and we out.